In Hebrews chapter 11, in that chapter about the heroes of faith, we read about a man called Noah. And this week I want to look at the faithfulness of God, beginning with Noah. Noah obeyed God, it says, and constructed an ark for the saving of his household. And you'll find that story in Genesis chapters 6 to 9. Without any experience of navigation or being a ship's captain, or actually being in the middle of nowhere, in a sense, Noah did what God asked. He built an ark, and we are told that it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. And then we are told, after that deluge, it says the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. That's about 5 months. And I wondered what Noah was thinking all that time as his home-built ship floated on those waters. I wonder what his patience was like, how he was thinking God was going to come to his aid. But God did come to his aid, as he will come to ours, because as I said, the theme of this week is the faithfulness of God. It says this in chapter 8 verse 1, "But God remembered Noah, and he sent a wind over the earth, and the waters receded." Before Noah ran out of resources and provisions, God remembered him. The Lord knows where you are and how much you have left in reserve. Just before you run out of resources, he'll send his wind to blow back the waters and provide for you. What assurance it is to know that God's thinking about us all the time. He will get back to us, and on time. Sometimes you might have been overlooked and forgotten. You've been faithful. You've sacrificed, given your best. And now you're wondering, does anyone even know I'm around? But God does. One translation of Psalm 139 verse 17 says this, "How precious it is, Lord, to realize that you're thinking about me constantly." In other words, God's always got us in mind. Jesus said this, "The very hairs of your head are numbered." Now it's not, I haven't got many there, but notice he doesn't just count them, he numbers them. He knows how many came out in your comb this morning. You may smile, but God's records are so complete that he has observed your tears, your work, and your sacrifice. Listen to what it says in Hebrews chapter 6 verse 10. "God is not unjust to overlook your work and the labour of love which you have shown, in that you have ministered to the saints and still do minister today." God is faithful. When Noah had been in the ark long enough to accomplish the purpose of God, the Lord sent a wind. There's a wind coming from the presence of God that will blow away every hindrance you are facing today. Remember the Red Sea? Remember there doesn't seem any way out. Pharaoh was at the back of them. The Red Sea was in front of them. They're down a cul-de-sac. There's no way out. There's no escape. And the Lord said to Moses, "Be still. Don't panic." And that's our tendency, isn't it? To be like headless chickens and run this way and the other way, thinking of how we can get out of it. But God remembered Noah, and God will remember you. There is a way out because God is faithful. He will not let us be tempted beyond what we can endure. Listen to what it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 10. It's a marvelous verse, this. Listen to what it says. "No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted beyond your strength. But with that temptation will also provide the way of escape, that you may be able to endure it." Notice, I said God provided for Noah, and God provides for us. God looks after us. He's faithful. God's going to breathe a fresh anointing into your life. and remind you that he has not forgotten you. You'll be cleared for landing, like snow has to be removed from a runway for the plane to land. He'll clear things out of the way, and every hindrance you are facing, every problem you are facing, God is faithful. He will provide a way of escape. So remember today, he's a God of provision. Tomorrow we're going to look at Abraham and how he discovered that God would provide for him too. Thanks for listening this morning. Lord, I just pray that you'll help us to know that you haven't forgotten us. You're thinking about us all the time. That's why you love us. You care for us. You are there for us to surround us with your love all the time. So lift us up today if we feel downtrodden and forgotten. You are a faithful God. Amen.